hello. Welcome to Real Talk with Maz, where I talk about life, awakening, the daily shit that goes on. It could be either addiction as well, mental health, chronic illness, anything like that. I cover all topics, do you know what I mean? Because, yeah. But I'm talking about ADHD and procrastinating. I've been building this course, and honestly, this is I don't know about you, but hey, in ADHD, right? You put this thing off for ages and ages, and then all of a sudden you're like, right, let's get it done, and you get it finished within. The other day, I was up at 3:30 in the morning, and got it finished by about 11 o'clock and published. Do you know what I mean? That's the crazy shit you do when you've got ADHD. You just keep putting it off, and then all of a sudden you just get this burst of energy, and then that's it. You get whatever job you were needing done. Do you know what I mean? I've lived my whole life like that. I was waiting till the last minute. It could be anything. It doesn't need to be work. It could be anything in life. I would wait till the last minute, and then that's it. I get it done though. I don't care about you, but that's the joys of having ADHD, is it? And I done a YouTube, and I'm just getting into doing YouTubes, to be honest, because I didn't think I'd actually be putting my life out here again. But if I can help anyone with like addiction issues and awakening and what to expect, do you know what I mean? What's to come, I'll share it. Do you know what I mean? But I was going to be talking about procrastination, but something else came to my mind. And this is what I was talking about in my course that I've just completed. The authenticity reset. It's just about helping you awaken and being your most authentic self. But one of the things was one of the lessons I was talking about is how people change when you change. All your friends, family, they actually just they actually, it's they kind of handle the new version of you. Do you know what I mean? It's they like seeing the you that was the people pleaser, the always saying yes when you actually wanted to say no. You just you kept your mouth shut just to keep a peace, and you didn't want to, you just didn't want to disrupt the thinking. But then once you start being your most authentic self, this is what happens. They start like not liking it because you basically start putting yourself first, and you start having boundaries, and people don't like boundaries. Do you know what I mean? People like to take a piss. They really do. And if you didn't have boundaries, then people just walk all over you. That's the truth, and they do. You give them a mint inch and they take a mile. But I talk about this. It's just what it does is it shows where they're needing to do work. That's where it is. They didn't like seeing you like rising and being your most authentic self, because it gives them their in the matrix or whatever you call it, matrix simulation, game, earth school, whatever you say this is. It's glitches. Do you know what I mean? And they don't like it because they like you staying small, and your ego likes you staying small. It likes you being comfortable, but comfortable is not always the best place to be. Do you know what I mean? And it's a battle between fear and faith, and they both kind of coexist at the same time. It's either faith or fear. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought I'd come on, tell you a bit about why I've not been doing and I done YouTube, because I've been busy procrastinating. Just getting used to being on an island. Do you know what I mean? I'm out having lunches and meeting. I've met new friends. This is the thing. Once you start being your authentic self and that, all the shit falls away. All the energy vampires and so-called friends, sort of start falling away because they're not on your vibration anymore. But the good thing is new people start coming in that is on your vibration, that are not here to take and drain your energy. They're on the same wavelength as you, and so it flows. So yeah, you're never left drained, or because that's how you know. Your body tells you well before your mind. If people are off, like it can be family, friends, partners, you know what I mean, anything, your body tells you well before your mind catches up. And I was never good at listening to my body. I was went with my mind, but yeah, you learn quick still. Do you know what I mean? As you awaken further, you learn on this journey that. But yeah, I thought, no, I'll come on and share about like I never thought for 1 minute that like coming from addiction, because yeah, addiction as well, that ravaged my life for a good 30 odd years. Heroin, and I was homeless and that, do you know what I mean? But I just want to give people hope after addiction, do you know what I mean? Or if you're in addiction, that things can change rapidly if you put your work in, and realize it's not a disease. It's just basically it's a hole in your soul. It's probably things that you hadn't looked at, and you're running. It's basically you're running from yourself. Yeah, what it is. You're running from yourself, and what are you running from? Do you know what I mean? It's better to face it and integrate it, and honestly, because as I'm saying, I do like digital products and all sorts of things. Like I had no idea even how to do a PDF, right? And now I write books, I create digital products, courses, and you know what I mean? I'm doing things I didn't even know anything. It just started, you know, once I started hearing my mind, because all the shit was gone, because like I was in fight or flight, constantly worrying, like looking for danger all the time, because that's what was installed in me. You know, I was programmed from a very early age to I was keep a watch to keep, you know what I mean? So if you're anything like that, and you know had a chaotic life when you was younger and that, you'll understand that yeah, you it's not easy. But I'm sitting here hating a Horlicks in the morning. This is the sort of things I say to myself. Who says that I hate Horlicks at night time? Do you know what I mean? Because do you know what I mean? It's neither of this is real. Like I'll always like get really serious about this Matrix, this game, Earth School, they get really serious about it, and I just sit and laugh. I don't know if it's because I'm hi Ziggy. I don't know if it's because I'm enlightened or it's because I'm absolutely cuckoo, but no wonder with this fucking world. Do you know what I mean? Hi little baby, come on in. Ziggy can't help himself. Yeah, you good boy. Who's pretty? Who's a pretty boy? Oh, honestly, God bless our dogs, I'm telling you. Animals just in general. Hey, be lost without you. He's one of the pests. Yeah, eh? He's very thrawn. You know, if he doesn't want to go somewhere, he wanna go. Will you? Eh? He's 9. Aren't you, Ziggy? I can't believe I've had him for 9 years. Me responsible with a dog, do you know what I mean? I was too busy taking drugs and homeless and stuff like that, and now I'm a responsible adult. That's crazy to think. Like, it is, because when you're in addiction, right, it's, you know, you wouldn't even pay bills. You'll hear the curtain shut, you'll hear the bills and nothing in a cupboard that you didn't go into that cupboard, you know what I mean? Because that's the dodgy cupboard, you know? Oh, crazy, Faith. That just living a normal life is just living the dream. You know, no worrying about what people think. Just being your authentic self. And this is what I talk about in my course I've just done. It's honestly, and anyone, there are just mirrors anyway. Every one of the people that you see right now are just mirrors. We're all just characters playing this role, in this earth school, and we wanted to experience it all. We wanted to experience this life. That's the thing. We wanted to experience all the trauma, all the hate, all the love, all the everything, all the experiences. And people find that hard to get their head around. Trust me, I found it hard. I'm like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Been through addiction, mental health, chronic illness, loss, abuse, everything. I thought there's no way, but yes way. Because if you think about it, if you hadn't been through whatever kind of trauma or whatever awakened you or whatever you know what I mean, got you to this stage, it all happened. It was all that things, life events, and wouldn't have got you to this point. Do you know what I mean? It was all meant to happen. Good, bad, happy, sad, all of it. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on and since I've been procrastinating coming on and but yeah, getting your work done. Do you know what I mean? That's the ADHD people do. They just procrastinate, and all of a sudden they burst of energy, and they just get it done within a day or just an hour or whatever, because that's how our brains tick. Do you know what I mean? It's funny. I think it's funny watching it. Because now, like, I'm mere like I observe myself. I'm mere the watcher watching this character playing out. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you detach, and that's how you detach with this matrix, like. And that's what I'm saying. I just want to share that, and I've learned along the way. Do you know what I mean? Because why not? I want everyone to succeed in this game. I want everyone to be. Do you know what I mean? It's not about just money, but obviously that helps. But it's about being happy within yourself, being your most authentic self, and just being your most authentic self and not giving a fuck what people think of you, and realizing that you're worth a lot more than what you thought you was. Do you know what I mean? And you can create a reality that you want. You really can, because yep, it's possible. Anything's possible. So my message is never give up. If you're going through depression or anxiety or mental health or chronic illness or anything, that it does get better, because I'm living proof. Because I've had it all. I had it, and that's no ego at all. It's no ego at all saying, oh, I've had this done to me, and poor me, because I'm not in victim mentality anymore. I'm more in like, if I can help people get there sooner than I did, in less pain and torture, I'll help them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, I'll be just sharing my life and being on an island and being free, because it's the best feeling in the world is freedom, and just realizing like fear is an illusion. You know what I mean? I was riddled with fear. I was riddled with fear my whole life, until I'm not. And what a relief it is. It just feels like a relief, doesn't it, baby? Yeah. They're just the best dogs. I'm not joking, aren't you? Yeah, you're a lifesaver. Definitely. One day, well, I keep saying that, but yeah, I better not thing with it, but I've got to thing with it, so I've already got it. But yeah, a sanctuary. That's the next step, is it, Ziggy? I want an animal sanctuary. That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna get. I want to get a sanctuary with some animals and stuff like that, because why not? Why not? In a bit of land. I want to be totally free, like, do you know what I mean? But for right now, I'm happy with what I've got. My little wee cottage type thing. Yeah, on the Isle of Mull. Who'd have thought it? That's what I'm saying. If I kept living in fear and that, I wouldn't be here. I'd be still living in my house in Aberdeen, well, Aberdeenshire, and I'd been there 16 years, and I was so bored of it. My soul had. That's the thing. See, once you start hearing your own soul, you've got no option but to listen to it, because it keeps circling back and keeps circling back and keeps circling back until you listen. Because I knew I wanted to move house, but I was like, oh, cardiac. I'm just going to be leaving Abdi that I know. What am I going to do? But I had to. And it was the best thing. The other side of fear is, it's bliss. It really is. I suggest to try it because fear is an illusion. It really is. It's like fear of being seen, fear of following your dreams, fear of being judged, fear of what people's going to think, fear of everything. Fuck him. That's my thing now. No, as long as you're happy, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It really doesn't. Because if they got to pay your bills, if they live in your experience, no. They're just other versions of you, and they're in a life experience. Do you know what I mean? We're all just playing characters, but we're all interconnected at a soul level. Do you know what I mean? And that's what people don't realize. We're all interconnected. Even our souls, we're connected to all of them. That's just the shadow sides of ourselves that we've all got. We've all got dark shadow sides. And people didn't want to admit it, but we all have got darkness. I like real darkness in us. But yeah, some of them play with it and some don't. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I hope you give us a subscribe, and yeah, I'll put the link in for my new course, the Authenticity Reset. And if you're interested, it's just basically it's over 3 hours of teachings that I talk about everything about life, about awakening, about just being your authentic self, about the stages like you go through, and yeah. So yep. Hope you have a nice day. Take care. Much love always.